Welcome. I am Average Zen. You have found Average Zen Presents. We're streaming live to you on Twitch 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today we're going into the ranked ladder for some standard best of one action. And we have some fire today in our bellies. Let's tell a little story. Story time, kids. Let's talk about it. There once was a boy. He grew up on the streets, looking out for himself. You know, as you have to do in the world. It's very oppressive. And who made it that way? I'll tell you. The Illuminati. The reptiles. The reptilians. They did it. And Delney, he was a smart boy. He said, if you can't beat them, join them. And so he did. And that brings us today to lizard people for standard Duskmorn on Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah. Does that make me a Illuminati, Anunnaki, alien overlord fanboy? No, it does not. Okay, we don't have to like it. But we can beat our opponents with it, I think, on the ranked ladder. I've experimented a bit with this deck, and I like some of the things, a lot of things going on here. I think this one's flown under the radar. Is it a long shot? Yes. You don't see many lizards running around on the ranked ladder. At least I don't. Mostly mono black discard. So, or yeah, mono, some form of mono red disguised as other colors. Before we get into that though, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons if you're watching this on YouTube. We do appreciate it. It certainly helps. The channel's been blowing up and we love to see it. We're about a month away from my birthday goal of 100 followers on Twitch as well. And we are well on our way on YouTube. Loving it, guys. Please. Thank you so much. And without further ado, let's talk about lizard people some more. So, we've done this deck on this channel before, but that was pre-Duskmorn, and Duskmorn gave us a huge piece of the puzzle here that we needed in redundancy. Before Duskmorn, Valley Rotcaller was the star of the show. With it and Delney out, it was like boom, boom, oh my god, where did my life go, and how did my opponent gain so much life? And now we have Arabella, Abandoned Doll. Some much needed redundancy and giving us basically the same effect, give or take, you know, depending on how many squirrels, bats, and lizards and rats you have. But so now we can basically have 7 copies of the same effect. But wait, there's more. If we have Delney in play, not only can Arabella and Valley Rotcaller easily get in under most of the bigger creatures, then it also doubles their triggers, their abilities. So it's like having 14 copies of Valley Rotcaller and Arabella. Well, no, because this is legendary. But you get my point, okay? So 10 copies, because you can have 4 of these out and 1 of these out. And that's the reason we're only running 3 instead of 4. Some other awesome synergies I've found with Delney in this particular deck. Hired Claw deals a lot of damage pre-combat or on attack. Iridescent Vine Lasher, especially if you get the Offspring out there on it, it's going to deal a massive amount of damage with things like our Fabled Passage. Deep Cavern Bat, with Delney out there, you get 2 for 1, making this already very annoying card that we will gladly scoop to on the play queue and more than likely be forced to sit through on the ranked queue, even more dangerous. And you say, well, but Zen, where's the removal? Well, we made, the sacrifices were made. We have Legions to Ashes as sort of a catch-all. I was running Sheltered by Ghosts, but the problem is, if we put it on the wrong creature or we don't have the right selection of creatures, it turns their abilities off as far as Delney and Arabella are concerned. And that is a concern for us because we're trying to maximize their being in the deck. Also, wonderful combos here with Delney. The Flame Cash Gecko's ability will get you double mana. Also allows you to draw 2 cards for discarding the 1, so bonus. Fireglass Mentor. I would run more copies of this, but I always find that I'm drawing it way too early in the game when I don't want to be exiling cards that I'd like to cast later. And I can't cast them at the time because mana. Yeah, we're only running 23 lands in this deck. I have run less. It feels good when it hits, but it's definitely hit or miss. So I've cranked that up a bit. We occasionally do get flooded out. So to help us out with that, on top of having the Fireglass Mentor for extra draw, we've thrown in a couple of Enduring Innocence. I think it fits the deck's theme nicely and should work wonderfully with Delney, even though it's just a once per turn ability. I have not tested this yet, even though we did put this in our Delney Bats deck yesterday. We never actually got to see it play out, so I am curious. I'm not a judge level rules lawyer, although I try to use my, non-reptile brain. And I think it would be a matter, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll come up. If it's a non-bow, then we'll just have to go back to the Fireglass Mentors. Not a bad option either way. Plus the life gain, not bad on Enduring Innocence. Even if it only gets us 1 card, I think it's still probably worth it. Alright, well, let's take it into Diamond Q and see how we do with Lizard People. Lizard People up against Brighty, also a fan of the Ashiok avatar, I see. Alright, so this is no way, Jose, it's not going to work. Our protection is nice, but we don't have the mana here to cast anything. That's better. We can pitch, I think, the Caves of Koilos. Should be fine. Alright, let's go with a Black Cleave and straight into the Vine Lasher. I found it's not overly important to get the Offspring off on the Vine Lasher in this deck. It's not the star of the show. It's just another thing for Delney to copy. To get a little more incidental damage in there before we whoop out Arabella or the Valley Rot Collar. Alright, boom. Let's go ahead and I think the correct answer here is to get the Hired Claw out and try to bait out some removal. And plus we get some extra damage in here pre-combat. Because Hired Claw does trigger on any lizard attacking, not just itself. And here comes the bat. This is going to be a tough decision for our opponent. The removal or the Rot Collar? Maybe it won't be. Maybe they got more than one bat. I called it. Of course, I said we would be up against bats. Well, we are playing bats, so I guess it's fair. Don't have to like it. And our opponent deep in the tank on this one. I mean, you got a 50-50 shot of making the right call here. Speaking of bats, well, let's go ahead and get that one out. An eye for an eye and all that. Leaves the whole world blind. Okay, well, we got to get the Thought Stalker out of there. We can't afford to lose any more cards, even though we're going to, I think. Let's go ahead and get in some damage. We would really love to see a Delney right about now. I think that would put the fear of the light into our opponent. To quote the late Robert Jordan. Oh, Liliana of the Veil. Alright, looking for an Arabella or another Valley of the Rot Collar. Hey, I'll like to see it. Well, let's go ahead and full send at Liliana. Hired Claw does not care who we're swinging at. Alright, well, I think that, we're okay here because she cannot mine us and we're empty-handed. So now they need more removal. I mean, they have Edict. They've not drawn a fourth land, it looks like. That's good. I think the correct answer here is to let the bat go. Yeah, they can have it back. I mean, we're not scared of the Warlock now. We're going to slam anything we draw. Yeah, go for it. That is the one downside of playing a discard deck. Once your opponent is discarded all their cards, well, what are you going to do? Well, let's gain some life. That's what we're going to do. And watch our opponent cry. Lizard people. Lizard people. Good times. All right. Ranking up. One more win for the lizard people, and we're in Diamond Tier 3. It has not been difficult this particular season. I have been slacking off for weeks after just cruising right into Diamond, using mostly this deck early on, before I made some changes, as well as a 5-color domain deck, which we're going to take a look at my version of that here in a little bit. I got a mulligan this. I would love to keep it, but we need a well, we draw into a black source. We have double white. Okay, I've talked myself into it. Hello. Don't say good game, Rafi. Hardfire hero. Alright. Well, here comes a hired claw. And then we have the bat to get rid of their... Well, we'll have to see what they have. It's either a creature or a pump spell we're going after, more than likely. I doubt they're running burn. Okay. There comes some damage. And it's a demonic ruckus. Yep. So this is the Auras version, Boros Auras. We don't have the Black Manosaurus. This is awkward. Very, very awkward. I knew we'd be punished. Shuffler never forgets. To kill. Alright. Rafi, finish us off if you have it. If not, then come on, Shuffler. We need a black source. Hired Claw needs a new pair of shoes. Okay. And then do they have the thing? No? Okay. Oh, Shuffler. Oh, thank you, Shuffler. I think at this point we cannot afford to let this mouse stick around any longer. Alright, here we go, killing again. And survey says, did they have extra creature? Or is it all pump spells? An optimistic scavenger? And a sheltered by ghosts? Is that why they're looking at our thing? Don't look at our thing. No? Okay. You know, some days you get lucky. Let's go with the bat. Let's see what's going on over there. Yeah? Is this a problem? I don't like it either, Ruffy. I don't like it either. This is what we're forced to these days. Alright, Feather of Flight. Gonna do some surprise combat tactics. Only work so well if they're not a surprise. So that being said, do we attack in here? I think so. I think we do. And then leave some damage on the table. Just because if we draw into a Delney, I'd really like Hired Claw to trigger twice, and for Arabella to also benefit from Hired Claw, because we don't have many creatures right now, but we will snap block here. We're just, you know, I think 1 or 2 cards away from maybe pulling this out of, and the land is not going to do it though. So let's offspring this. And go ahead and put down the tap land. And charge in like there's no tomorrow. Even though I think we are dead next turn. We'll have to see what that Atali's favor gets or what they drew. Alright, here comes Atali's favor. Spin them and win them. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, good game. Ethereal Armor is probably the best card they could have hit right there. Unfortunately for us. It's not your fault, lizard people. You're outclassed by an optimistic scavenger. The power of positive thinking at work, folks. Let's do it again. Lizard folks. Delney didn't show up to the party. Drew Enduring Innocence too late to gain us enough life to survive one more turn. I think we would have stabilized. Alright, Chris Coots, or Couts, I don't know. Okay, we have colors. We have turn 1 Vine Lasher into Bat with some protection and Fireglass Mentor. What a... I mean, if we just hang on. Well, let's go Vine Lasher. See if they got that beautiful cut down action. What do you say, Chris? Cavern of Souls on Bat, huh? We like bats. What do you think? What do you think of our bats? We like bats and squirrels and lizards and toys and little boy. Never mind. It's the lizard people. That's the lizard people talking, not me. No, bat number 1 taken by bat number 2. Alright, well, there's some damage. And let's go ahead and show them our bats. And I think we got to go ahead and get the Bitter Triumph out of their hand. And let's swing in. See if they want to give our bat back. Can I get a bat back? Okay. Essence Channeler maybe? Yep. Swing in with that bat. You know you want to. Okay, you know, I'll just trade and then I'll get my bat back. And then I'll use it again. So here's what we're gonna do. Flame Cash Gecko. Gets us some mana. Deep Cavern Bat. Gets the Bitter Triumph back out of their hand. And just like that, we're hanging back. Our decision's pretty easy at this point. Arabella into Fireglass Mentor. And they have a Delney. Aw, why don't we have a Delney? Where's our Delney? Super jelly. We're here trying to do the lizard people thing, and you're doing a Batman thing. Well, I guess we find another bat. And I guess it's Amelia Bedelia that's got to go, to use the parlance of our times. And let's get in there with the deep cavern. Now the fun thing here is that having Delney actually doesn't help them very much, except for getting more counters on Essence Channeler, I suppose, and the Ellis Ilcore's triggers. But as far as being unblockable, our creatures also are small. Not sure on the, I think we have our opponent on tilt because they just are messing up their sequencing all over the place. Not that we're one to talk. Alright, now is the time for the Fireglass Mentor. No attacks. Fabled Passage, anyone? Can we? No, we can't cast it. Oh, it feels so bad. Feels so bad. We would have liked for that damage. Our opponent is still at 17. Even with all our stuff, we just can't attack in because of the stupid Essence Channeler. And now the Death Touch Pilgrim. Army. Alright, get a bat back. And then casting a bat. Cool. Well, we'll just use the Surge of Salvation, I suppose. I mean, they're doing this pre-combat, so I don't feel too bad. We would love to draw Delney then. Now, we would get under that Essence Channeler in a heartbeat. I mean, a Hired Claw, I guess, will work. What you gonna do? Okay, well, I think the correct answer here is no attacks. And then full swing next turn. I don't know. If we draw Delney, maybe. Cleric. Cool. I mean, I think we just take the one here. But I don't mind trading life totals for a second. Okay, well, at least it's a land. Alright, so if we attack it, no, we can't do this. Oh my god. So painful. So painful. Let's see what we get with Fireglass Mentor. It's one bet. Sweet. They got a toxic token now. Gain some life. Doing some things. Buffing up their bats. And their men. Okay, it's our turn, opponent. No attacks. Alright, there's our Delney. Of course. Alright. Here we go. Killing again. Now, unless our opponent has removal right here, I think we're in good shape. Of course they top-decked Bitter Triumph. Of course they top-decked Bitter Triumph. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, let's try and find another Delney. That's not bad. With Delney out there, that would have been so much better. Come on, Chris. What do you say? No blocks? I mean, that's not lethal, but we will gain at least 2. I think you can make that up. And they're like, oh, I want my other bitter triumph back, please. You want to block with anything else? Yeah, you don't like that Arabella sticking around. Can't have that. Let's give them a card. They look like they can use a card. We both can. Let's go. I don't have the mana, do I? Oh. So close. So what do we take? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's going to be close. We'll see. All right. Well, they do have the Mirrors. Yeah. They see the line. I think that's game. We tried. If we would have been able to stick that Delney and they had not top decked, they gave us the good game. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Such a good sport. I realize that teachers have a lot on their plates in schools today. And maybe parents aren't around. But, manners, guys. Manners. Sportsmanship. Just don't use the good game unless you're the one surrendering. My 2 cents on the matter. I've said it before. Alright, I think this looks good. There's a chance. They meant that, wholeheartedly. But arena emotes being what they are. Alright, well, I think we go for broke here. Our opponent gonna get the Surge of Salvation out of our hand. That's okay. We probably don't mind that. And let's go for a Valley Rot Caller. And as soon as we find ourselves a white source, I think we'll be in business. Don't worry about it, opponent. There's more where that came from. Let's go ahead and get some damage in with Divine Lasher while it lives. The way we're running, I probably won't be long. Alright, and then we're going to get in. We're not going to play the Fireglass Mentor pre-combat here because we don't want to exile anything we might actually want to keep. Oh, here they go hovering again. No worries. Sweet. Okay, well, not an ideal draw here. Thank you, Shuffler. I appreciate it. Unstoppable Slasher. We'll make quick work of our life total. Grievous Wound. Yeah, that's a good combo. Let's go with the instant kill combo. Let's get that out of hand in case they top deck a land. Good thing we did that. Alright, well, they get it back. And we're down to 10 or 9. Okay. Thank you very much, Shuffler. Okay, we had fun, wizards. Come on, lizards. you lizard wizards. Let's put some pep in our step here and show up to the party. You're making Uncle Zen look bad. Show off some of that magic. I know you've got it. We're gathering. Lons Hoy, our opponent. Alright, well, I'm not mad at this. If we can once again draw a land, I think we'll be set. Into a Delney would be awesome. We'll take anything at this point. Opponent, please. Please, we're ready to play. We're here for you. Lons, Lons, Lons. We believe in you, Lons. You showed up to the ranked match. You're here to play, as are we. Let us throw down with our gauntlet of cards. Alright, we get to do it. All the Fireglass Mentors, no problem. Exiling and finding cards now until our opponent makes us discard them. I like these sleeves. Very classy. Elegant, yet understated. Oh, here we go. Restless Cottage. Hey, we drew another Fabled Passage. Divine Lasher loves to see that. So, yeah, if we turn 3, we can do Flame Cash Gecko into Fireglass Mentor. I've had games where I've drawn like 3 or 4 Flame Cash Geckos and just chained them all in. And there goes our Vine Lasher. Alright, well, in that case, let's get some extra value. Get out of Vine Lasher, and then next turn, if we can swing in, maybe if our opponent doesn't play a thing here. Okay. Well, they got the Rite of the Moth in there. What else? And they got a Volgavoth in the graveyard. Wonderful. Alright. Well, I think we have to do what we can here. We are on a clock. Well, let's go Vine Lasher. We will play the Flame Cash Gecko. Get some manas. Play the Vine Lasher with Offspring. And hope and pray. They unpinned. Well, let's go ahead and slam that. And when you mill yourself, you don't hit your land drops. There's a lesson somewhere. Let's get our white mana. And I think the correct answer here will be a Fireglass Mentor. And let's get in for some damage. What do you say? Let's see what the Fireglass Mentors have to say about all this. We do have a black. Okay, we'll do a Hired Claw. And, oh man, we can't cast Delney. Are you kidding me? That is unfortunate. But here's a Hired Claw. That is unfortunate. That's what I'm talking about with Fireglass Mentor. Maybe we just take Fireglass Mentor out and replace it all together with our Enduring Glimmer thingy. Alright, well, it's good enough. Thank you, Lons. We'll take it. Not exactly smooth running. We still got there. Alright. Getting some gold, getting some experience, ranking up in diamond with lizard people. We have yet to show off the power of Delney in this deck. Maybe it'll be this game. Giozo is our opponent. No. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's go rot collar to the bottom. And here comes a way. Here we go. Well, we have this thing. Well, let's go hired claw. Auto pay. May wanted that one life there, but too bad. The swift spear. Might of the Meek. Gonna draw some cards. I think next turn we bat. No blocks. Taking 6 down to 13. Okay, the Dawn's Truce is nice here, but we need to get some life back, and we need to get whatever's in their hand out of it. Monstrous Rage. Okay, yeah. The pump spell's got to go. And we'll get in for some damage. Hopefully they don't draw anything good off the top, though, the way we're running today. Emberheart Challenger. Hardfire Hero. No blocks. Okay, come on. We really would have wanted to land here. So let's talk brass tacks. If we whiff with the bat, at least we can... Ow, these pain lands. Oh my goodness. Alright, now we have a blocker. And there we go. We'll gain some life. Well, another ley line of resonance, eh? How fortunate. Alright, well, we're going to block the 3/3, definitely. Gain a life. Okay, we did hit a land. That's good news. So, this is tough. I think we hold back and see if they just charge forward like a mono red player. Alright, well, let's go ahead and Surge of Salvation. Resolve. Resolve. Pass. And we block here, and most likely I would say the Swift Spear. 2 blockers, Dawn's Truce, and hope we don't give them a buff spell. And then we kill ourselves probably with our pain lands. So I don't think it maybe matters, but we did what we could. This was never going to be a good match. Get out of here. Alright, come on, come on. 2 ley lines. You know, there's been some rumblings that that's going to be banned soon. Considering it's in, like, out of the top 3 decks on Untapped GG, it's like in 2 of them. I kind of hope maybe we can have a return to normalcy, you know, where people are just bringing Volgaboss back from the graveyard on turn 4. Was a turn 3 or 4 win not good enough, Wizards? Was it not good enough for you? In Standard. Zalfin will be our next opponent, also sporting the Ashiok avatar. I imagine that means mono black. You gotta really lean into it. Alright, we don't mind this. We get a chain of flame cash geckos and into something. Alright, hired claw, here you go. We'll see if we can draw something to chain into. Tiny bones. Oh, just stop already with the cut down. Will you please? We really wanted to have that hired claw deal some damage. And hold up the Surge of Salvation or something. I don't know. Our opponent messing with our game plan already. No respect. And skeletons. Wonderful. Oh well. We definitely block. Okay. Hired claw, and now we hold up the Surge of Salvation and Dawn's Truce. Then we can get in with it and get Flamecast Gecko online next turn. I mean, at this point, the chain would have led nowhere with the Flamecast Geckos before, because we just keep drawing our protection spells, which is nice, but not really what we want. Alright, Surge of Salvation. I mean, there's a Delney. We'll do it. Boom, boom. Yay, Delney showed up to the party for once. Jeez, Jill. I mean, you live on the streets. Where are you off to? Where are you going? Alright, taking 6. Oh, more pain, more pain. Well, the good news is we can make use of Flamecast Gecko's ability here and pitch a Dawn's Truce. The bad news is that will let our opponent know that we have a Dawn's Truce. But at this point, we need a blocker. Hey, some mana's there. Not bad. And we'll pitch the Dawn's Truce. For a Surge of Salvation. What is going on with our draws today? That is like all of our... That is all of our protection spells that we've drawn. Okay. Okay. And a land. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Alright, well, finally something. Will we live? I doubt it. All I gotta do is get rid of the Flamecast Gecko. Yeah, or make another. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Shuffler, you did this to us. For the people out there saying, oh, you always blame Shuffler. Well, it's because of stuff like that, man. There's only 4 of those cards total in the whole deck, and we drew all 4 of them. Before we drew anything else. It seems statistically unlikely. And yet, drawing multiples of the same card, it happens more than you might think. Alright, let's see where we're going from here. Oogluk. Well, I like the look of this hand. The only thing we're really missing is a 1-drop, but, you know, gotta take what you can get. We're not on the play. That may make a difference depending on what our opponent is playing. We'll keep it. Okay. Oh, I should have called it. Discard, discard, discard. Nah, come on, man. We got stuff to do. It looks like Storm from the X-Men's head there. And the Dreams of Steel and Oil. So what did they exile? The Flame Cash Gecko? Seems like an odd choice. They must have more discard. What? Lizard Betrayal? I imagine they're running the Thought Stalker. Oh, okay, yeah, more discard. Are you kidding me, man? This is the state of Magic the Gathering standard meta. If you're not playing Leyline of mono red, then you're playing discard. Alright. Well, here we go. Let's go Arabella. I imagine we see some removal here. The Vine Lasher, maybe their win con, so they can just ping me for a 1 every turn. Alright, gonna do some digging. Probably for removal. Alright, let's go ahead and get Delney down. Oh, we need to hurry this along. Yeah, I can do some damage too, you know. There we go. Would really love to have had our protection up here, but our opponent picking our hand apart, not fun. Alright, getting greedy instead of dealing with us. We don't mind that. We do not mind that at all. Let's go get a black source, I suppose. Let's get... Oh, man, this is... Yeah, I think we go... Get in with both. Gain some life. Flame Cash Gecko, and then toss the Battlefield Forge. Alright, here the Forge goes. Are you kidding? Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? Okay, we'll do that. Very nice. Alright, I think we got him if, unless they can kill, like, our whole board here this turn. Deadly Cover-Up incoming. I mean, they did do the Insatiable Avarice thing. What did they get? I doubt it was Gix. Yeah, man. I mean... Our opponent struggling hard here. I don't think they have the Deadly Cover-Up. Reading cards. Becoming informed. This is an important thing. Here comes a Deep Cavern Bat coming to get our Dawn's Truce. Whoops. I guess we won't be using that. Cool. At this point, I probably would have discarded it using Flame Cash Gecko anyway to try to get something for lethal. No blocks. Draw your card. And top deck the answer, I hope not. Oh, we got there. I was holding my breath. All right, nice. Good job, lizard people. Good job. All right, let's do it one more time. Bringing the lizard people with co-host Delney into the queue. to cause some mayhem with maybe a Valley Rot Collar or an Arabella or two. Come on, no mono red, no mono black, no mono red, no mono black. Best 64 will be our opponent. Don't you wish the lizard people came for ya? Not this time. We're gonna rhyme. Hired claw in a vine lasher. Flame cash gecko. I don't know. Maybe. We would love a red mana source here. That's better. Oh, I think Shuffler may be warming up to us. Hired Claw, go. I imagine they're going to use some removal here on our Hired Claw or Valley Rot Collar, part 1 or 2. And then maybe, just maybe, we're good to get Delney down. Yeah, I'm going to put him doing some reading. Checking out the art. Look at that crazy looking squirrel. Who taught that squirrel to be a warlock? Bad news. Gix cannot block this. Kablam. Calamity is in store for you, best 64. Delney, very streetwise, looking out for the lizard folks. He knows he's been conquered. Cannot block. Nope. Shelly and Gix cannot save you now. You are dead, and you don't know it. Oh my goodness. And an Arabella. Alright, well, let's go Hired Claw. Valley of the Rot Collar. Swinging on in. Here I go killing again. Delney, you showed up to the party. And finally, showed these people what we're here for. That right there. That right there. Delney. Best card in Magic the Gathering. Maybe. Alright. Well, I am Average Zen. This has been an Average Zen Presents Ranked Wednesday event with Delney and the crazy lizard people. If you like what you saw, and you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a like, a subscribe, comment, talk to us. Come check us out on Twitch. We're streaming. And yeah, love one another. Be cool. Don't be a jerk. Have fun playing Magic the Gathering.